Hello YouTube, this is Gorn Fan 291. This is the INORL Coke Vanilla Cup Series, race 28 from Dover. It's chase race number 2 from Kyle Sosnoski's home track. And looks like he starts around mid-pack towards maybe the back. Oh nope, there it is, 29th, so not a great starting effort or qualifying effort for him. But on the pole is Charles Sanford. Alongside is Matt Dixon, Jerry Shelley, and Danny Everett, row 2. Vitaly Nikolaev and Sky Commons in row 3. Nick Nauman and Tom Gerard, row 4. And Drew Austin, William Duncan, row 5. Your points leader after the win at New Hampshire, Tony Hurd, starts in the, or will roll off from the, where is he? 13th place starting spot. Guy in the biggest hole after New Hampshire, David Byrne, who will start a little bit behind. He'll start 30th, but he has a 128 point deficit to overcome. Jerry Shelley, 119 points. You saw him up towards the front, so maybe a day for Jerry to try and take some points back. Charles Sanford, his 3rd pole of the year. Here is your command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Oh, and problems for Danny Everett. There's Danny Everett. So problems for Danny Everett before even getting to the green flag. And as Charles Sanford will take the green flag, we'll see if Danny Everett can actually get to the start-finish line to take the green flag here today. There's the Tully's pit. And survey says yes, he will get to the green flag. A valve breaks on that car. And gonna make it through the first lap, but Robert Pollard's in the wall and there's smoke behind him. Charles Jackson goes around. Jeff James goes around. That's a chaser. Does he get hit by anyone? No. Kyle Austin nearly gets turned. Kyle Thomas. Graham Patterson with some damage. And it's Charles Sanford leading back to the caution. And another... Oh, Steven gets into the wall a little bit. I think there's more issues because Jeff did not have that much damage. Oh, definitely more issues. Leaders don't pit. We'll take you back to green. We'll take you back to the reason to show you what happened to bring out the caution flag. And we're back. Here's the first person I saw go around as we try and figure out what happened. 4 wide. Robert Pollard getting into the wall, and then the spinning actually happens behind, and Adam Derrickson gets into Charles Jackson. Nowhere for Patterson to go. There's Kyle Austin getting some damage. So saw the 21 going around. And then there's another wreck there. Let's see what happened here. They're 4 wide, and Jason kind of gets into him. David Byrne goes around. Time Pollard gets into Adam Derrickson. Aaron Smith just missing that. So is David Burden. There's Kyle Austin. There's Vito Corleone in it. Jeff clipped someone. There's Kyle Thomas. The 01. And a lot of damage there, so we'll take you back to green flag, see how many people are out of this race. Looked like at least 7. And we're back. Ton of retirees. We're down to just 30 guys left on the track, as we'll have 6 laps complete when the leaders take the green flag. Those that did retire from the wreck: Vito Corleone, Kyle Austin, Kyle Sosnoski. So once again, bad finish here for Kyle at his home track. Didn't do so well in the first race. Adam Derrickson, Charles Jackson, Jeff James, Brian Patterson, Kyle Thomas, Ali Ann, Devin Smith, and Daniel Day. Top 10 real quick: Charles Sanford, Jerry Shelley, Sky Commons, Nick Nauman, Matt Dixon, Vitaly Nikolaev, Tom Gerard, Henry Sanford, Tony Hurd, and William Duncan. The reason you heard me doing that was I was watching got the cup race on in Michigan, and I just saw Clint Boyer going, nice save there. Green flag back out though. Charles trying for win number 2 on the year. Been a really dismal year for that DuPont Chevrolet. Not in the chase, so maybe he might just give way to the other chasers, but I doubt it. I mean, he wants to show off that this DuPont Chevrolet's got some power in it, just like anyone else in the field. Henry Sanford gets the wall. So far, Jerry Shelley not able to really get to the back bumper of the 24 car. You got 24, 23, 22, the top 3. Still green flag racing. You see a whole 10th that lap. Nauman, or Sky Commons, falling back right now. And there goes Vitaly Nikolaev. Hits the inside wall there just a tad. We'll get going again, but the caution flag does wave. And Charles Sanford leads back to the flag. Tony Hurd looking to maybe expand his point lead, because nearest comparator to him was Austin Ogo, who is currently running in 21st spot. There's dump pit, so we'll take you back to, or well, take you back real quick to see what happened. I mean, Vitaly did go around, but just see who spun him. Let's see, coming off of turn 2, possibly Tom Gerard. Yes, right in front of Tony Hurd too, and it cost Tom Gerard a couple of spots there. Oh, nice battle there between the 45 and the 30. Take back to the green flag. Charles Sanford, your race leader. And we're back. No new retirees. No one is 1 lap down, so you're top 10 here, and maybe even more. Charles Sanford, Jerry Shelley, Nick Nauman, Matt Dixon, Sky Commons, William Duncan, Tony Hurd, Tom Gerard, Jake Smith, and Henry Sanford. Then it's Gene Sanford, Drew Austin, James Shelley, Jake Williams, and Stephen Lewis, the top 15. Hegdahl, Mary Shelley, Samuel Logo, Robert Pollard, and Aaron Smith, the top 20. You see Austin Ogo in 21st spot. But the pace car is off. Field again under the control of Charles Sanford. When does he decide to go? Green flag is out. We're back to racing from Dover. Down to turn 1, that's Stacker 2 Dodge trying to stay right on the back bumper of the 24. Under attack also from the Dodge dealers, number 19 though. Shelley moves up the track a little bit. Tony Hurd's underneath William Duncan. That is for 6. Here comes Jake Smith now underneath the 45 car. Okay, Nileman now underneath the 23 of Shelley. Sky Commons way up the track. Shelley might got on the wall as well as Commons. Tony Hurd as well. Hard to tell when you're coming off of turn 4 who might got on the wall. So now Nileman trying to chase down that number 24 DuPont Chevrolet. The caution flag I think is out. No, never mind. Matt Dixon though on pit road. Thought I saw a red flag there on pit road. Meaning pit road was closed. Caution now is out though. Drew Austin, Toby Jason around on the front straightaway and a couple of guys slow. Nileman not going to get to the back bumper of the 24. So now the field slows to slows down. See Drew Austin there on the inside. Drew Austin pits, but does anyone else? Yes, Jerry Shelley, Jake Smith, Michael Hegdahl, Amy Shelley, at least, on pit road. So we'll take you back to see what happened though. Austin Ogo's involved. And we're back and coming off of turn number 4, here's what brought out the caution. Tom Draw gets into the 45, around goes Drew Austin. Toby Jason got collected in it. Actually kind of gets into his teammate David Byrne, who gets into the Pollards. And then coming back to the caution, Gene Sanford and Henry Sanford were battling for a spot inside the top 10. Gene peaks low. Henry gets into the wall and they turn each other in. Around they go. William Duncan gets into it. There's Tom Gerard. Austin Ogo nowhere to go. Eric Burden's in it. Stephen Paul. What happened to Stephen? He went around as well. Oh, he just got a little bit of a tail happy there. Disco fever, I believe is what he calls it. Something else. I think something else happened because William didn't get that much damage there. Okay, so Amy just decides to come to pit road, maybe going through some of the debris there. So a lot of damage in this one as your outside pulsar goes a lot down. We'll take you back to the green flag with a new top 10 rundown. And we're back. Lights on the pace car. We're halfway done here. We'll have 21 complete when we get the green flag. Your top 10 is Charles Sanford, Nick Nauman, Tony Hurd, Sky Commons, Jake Williams, Stephen Lewis, Samuel Ogo, James Shelley, Mary Shelley, and Aaron Smith. And unfortunately, you see it right there, David Burden, who came into this race last in the chase standings. Not looking good for him as he's going to lose even more points. Out of the race after the incident, you have Drew Austin, Gene Sanford, Tom Gerard, Henry Sanford. Austin Ogo is going to lose a ton of ground now, and William Duncan. Matt Dixon's actually 2 laps down. Everyone else on the inside line there, 1 lap down. Pace car is off. Here we go. Field ready to get the green flag. There we go. Green flag is out. And Vitali really close there. He might have a shot getting a lap back. Matt Dixon trying to go and earn a lap back as well. He's got no damage. He's just 2 laps down because of a pit stop. Toby Jason incredibly slow though as they come down the back straightaway. Charles Sanford is able to find a hole as Tony Hurd is inside of Nick Nauman. That is for second spot. Charles Sanford, like he did at Michigan, leading every lap so far. No caution yet, and these guys are saying there's debris everywhere. There they are. Vitaly Nikolaev, Matt Dixon trying to get back on the lead. Or Matt Dixon's case, get one lap back. Vitaly's trying to get back on the lead lap. Tony Hurd now chasing down Charles Sanford. No one has won 2 in a row yet. Tony trying to become the first. These guys are they are second ahead of third place Sky Commons. 24 complete and car 24 leads lap 24. Jake Williams looking inside Sky Commons down the back straightaway. Robert Pollard looks like he's up in the top 10. Yes, he is. Amy Shelley, the person who would have won the title if it was 26 races. Currently up in the top 10 trying to go and gain some points, but it's hard to gain points when the points leader is up front. Tony gaining points on everyone right now because the person in front of him is not a chaser, just trying to play spoiler. Tony peaks low. And as these guys battle, Matt Dixon has gone past Vitaly Nikolaev, and they are pulling away from it. Nick Nauman underneath Sky Commons, that was for 4th. Tony's still peaking. It's been really hard to pass here today. He's there. Tony was there, not going to do it though, as he'll peak, go right and back behind. So really tough to pass here on Dover International Speed, or yeah, I have no clue what the name of the track is. Dover, the Monster Mile, oh well. Really tough to pass here today on the Monster Mile. This can pretty much prove how much those two are pulling away. Sky Commons off the pace. Hegdahl's now gone by. So is Shelley. And so have the Pollards, Robert and Steve. And you see they are pulling away. The two guys, the two lap cars out in front of them. Tony's still peaking. He's there. Just not able to do anything yet. Once again, peaks low, no. As they go down the front straightaway, 10 laps to go now. Hegdahl underneath Williams for 3rd. Hurd trying to go and get by, lead a lap or something. If nothing else, at least lead a lap. He's underneath him. Is he going to be able to stay there? Yes. Tony Hurd to the race lead with 9 laps to go. Hegdahl to 3rd. Amy Shelley to 4th. And now can Tony Hurd just pull away from the 24 car? It'll still be a good run for that team, but Tony Hurd grabs 5 bonus points and he becomes the 2nd driver to lead today. Charles Sanford will lead the most laps. He'll get the 5 extra bonus points for that. As Robert Pollard's underneath Nick Nauman, that for 6th. You see Charles just not able to ride as low of a line as Tony Hurd. And he is pulling away a little bit. And something you don't see is... Oh, hey, these guys are actually catching up to people. The slower cars. Matt Dixon now going to try and pass him. That's not for a position, but if Nikolaev gets there, it will be. That for 20th spot as Tony Hurd continues to lead. And now Hegdahl's right to the back bumper of Sanford. The top 4 are right there. Pollard has gone past Smith for 6th. Or no, Smith's gone past Nauman. Hegdahl now underneath Sanford. Not going to do it, and Shelly's going to try and go to the outside. Shelly trying way high, goes out of the groove. Pollard and Smith have both gone past Williams. Now Smith inside of Pollard. Okay, now Hegdahl's there. Sanford gets the wall, and he's going to lose 2 spots. Now as Shelly's going to grab a spot. And there's a spin in the back! Nick Nauman goes around. And that's going to end the race. This is the race. They're not going to get back to green. And out of 4, Tony Hurd's going to come to the caution flag and win 2 in a row. So Nick Nauman, heavy damage on that car. We're going to take you back to see what happened coming off of turn number 4. Sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. Was Pollard out of fuel? Car is slowing. It's like Pollard's car just shut off. And then got hit, and it just like shut off. Interesting. So Steve Pollard with some mystery mechanical problems there coming off of turn number 4. Leads to him getting turned, and Nick Nauman with a ton of damage. The car seems to be under power there. So, oh well. So, Steve Pollard. We're still trying to hear maybe what went wrong with the car, but they're not saying anything. Steve just said go ahead and look at it. See if we can go and get back out there and finish the race. And in fact does not. You see they are on the final lap. A piston goes awry on car 77. In fact, Matt Dixon actually passed another guy. Oh, and Nick Nauman also retired. So high attrition here today. Only 22 cars finished on the lead lap. Or finished the race. 19 of them on the lead lap. Matt Dixon getting past Toby Jason was actually for position. But Tony Hurd is 2 for 2 in the chase. He's won 2 in a row. First time anyone has done that in the Coke Vanilla Cup Series. Your top 10 here today. Tony Hurd, Michael Hegdahl, Amy Shelley. Good run, but she's going to lose points in the chase here. Charles Sanford, after leading the most laps, will come home with 4th. Jake Smith, then Jake Williams. Robert Pollard, a top 10. I'm sure he'll be glad about that after how rough a year it's been. Jerry Shelley, Samuel Logo, and Aaron Smith, the top 10. Mary Shelley, James Shelley, Stephen Pollard, the 3rd. Sky Commons, John Wilson, Vitaly Nikolaev, Eric Burden, Time Pollard, and Stephen Lewis. The 19 guys finishing on the lead lap. You see David. Okay, they just pretty much just stopped. They just stopped. So Toby Jason, Eric Byrne actually, as well as Time Pollard and Stephen Lewis, not finishing on the lead lap here. Wait a minute, what's the pace car doing down there already? Okay. So that's why that happens. Okay. So anytime that this glitch happens, it's because there's a drunk pace car driver. Good job. But, oh well. Congrats to your winner. There is your race winner, Tony Hurd. Fortunately, only 22 guys finish. But I'm sure Tony Hurd's not complaining. He is happy. He is a two-time Coke Vanilla Cup Series winner. Third win by that 30 team this season. And like I said, 2 for 2 in the chase. The next race will be Talladega. We'll see if Tony can go 3 for 3 in the chase. See you guys there.